Charlie's war goes nuclear. There are dramatic and, I've got to say, really disturbing new developments tonight in Charlie Sheen's battle with his ex, Brooke Mueller, over their 2 children. And now Charlie's ex-wife, Denise Richards, is making some very chilling claims, AJ.
That's right, Natasha. And Denise has been caring for the boys while Brooke got help for her reported substance abuse issues. Both TMZ and Radar reported today that Denise wrote a letter to Child Services saying that the boys have gotten so out of control she can't have them around anymore. Vinny Politan, the co-host of HLN's After Dark, is with us tonight. Vinny, I want to watch together what Charlie just told TMZ Live about what happens when his boys are with Brooke. Let's look.
When they leave for the visits with her, they're fine, and when they come back, they're completely incorrigible. They're completely there's no logic. There's no rationale. They throw stuff at the girls. They kick the dogs. They attack Denise. It's Jekyll and Hyde behavior that is a direct result from the visits at Brooke's house.
Obviously a terrible thing to be happening if it is happening, Vinny. If what Charlie is alleging here is true, it does seem to me that these boys should be prevented from going anywhere near Brooke.
Yes, but what Charlie also said in that interview, he talked about the fact that the reports are glowing from Family Services. So without some sort of backup to these allegations, and he even sort of admits there that I don't have 100% proof of what exactly is going on there. The other part of this, though, is, AJ, these children, 4 years old now, the twins, so they're starting to get to the age where they're going to be able to start communicating exactly what's going on, and that may be the best way to get to the bottom of all this.
And I don't know if this serves as the backup that you're talking about, Vinny, but Denise wrote this really unbelievable letter that was tough for me to even read, particularly as an animal lover, in which she says to Child Services that Charlie's boys are being physically abusive to her and her daughters. And Natasha, this is some really disturbing stuff in this letter.
Yeah, it really is, AJ. I mean, the letter was reportedly sent to LA's Department of Children and Family Services, and Denise reportedly says that Charlie's boys are out of control. Quote, "Mine and Charlie's daughters have been strangled, kicked in the head and stomach, scratched, bit, slapped, punched in the face and head, and spit on. Myself and anyone around them have also experienced this. The boys have also been waking up with nightmares. It's become unsafe in my home at times with their behavior. I can't risk anything happening to my daughters or anyone else in my home. For that, I have to step aside at this time, AJ." And so, I mean, some really chilling things coming from her.
Yeah, you know, we thought it was such a great thing when we learned that Denise Richards was actually stepping in, how magnanimous, that she was going to take care of the kids that Charlie had with Brooke. Entertainment journalist Maggie Furlong joins me from Hollywood right now. Maggie, things have to be extraordinarily desperate for Denise to effectively say, you know what, I give up. I can't watch Charlie's boys anymore.
Well, yeah, and I think the things that she's saying are big indicators of what's happening. They're abusive toward animals. They're abusive to her daughters. They're abusive to her. They're tearing things up. They're having nightmares. These aren't kids just being bad and lashing out. These are kids who are obviously very confused. I mean, think what it must be like. They leave their mom. They don't go to their dad. They go to their dad's ex-wife and his 3 other daughters from different marriages and adoptions. And it's got to be weighing on them, and obviously they're acting out because of it. So I feel sad for these boys.
And Charlie pretty much backed up what Denise is reportedly saying about his boys in his interview with TMZ Live. He said that ever since they started having more of these visits with their mother, Brooke Mueller, they've been out of control. Watch this.
How badly damaged are these kids?
They're basically telling us that if the behavior does not improve, they're going to have to be removed from the school that they're at and probably homeschooled with somebody with a military background.
Okay, Vinny, help me sort this out here, because you mentioned that the Department of Children and Family Services have given glowing reports. Charlie says that that same department is dragging their feet. He's really ticked off at them and saying they're not doing enough. So now that this dispute has gone public, do you think that Children's Services, who typically does not go public with these sorts of things, do you think they need to step up and defend themselves?
Well, I think what they need to do is step up the investigation. I mean, if this is the behavior, they need to figure out the cause of the behavior. Is it just being in the middle of this terrible battle, or is one parent or another to blame for all this behavior that's being alleged? So I think that's where it really has to go. It has to go towards the investigation. into what is causing the children to act this way. And that's where you need the experts, the child psychologists, who can speak to these children and perhaps get it from them now that they're 4 years old.
Yeah, and meanwhile, all this is allegedly going on right next door to Charlie's house where Brooke lives. It's just that he has some kind of an order in place where he's not even allowed in that house. Showbiz Tonight did reach out today to all the parties involved. Charlie Sheen's rep told us, quote, no comment. And we didn't hear back from Denise Richards and Brooke by our deadline. But Natasha, it is just an extraordinary thing to have seen this interplay, especially involving Charlie Sheen, who prior to this was the one who seemed to be causing all the problems.
Yeah, and AJ, I mean, definitely just needless to say, we're all hoping for the best for these children, for sure.